I can jump in and just continue. As Hassan said, this is still unclear, right? There were trends of more regionalization, which increased regional trade in around 12 to 16. But then we have seen actually, despite the expected more regionalization, we have seen more globalization over the past years. And especially Asia's role has increased because of this production hub and because of competitiveness. So in that sense, also, I think first of all, there are three reasons why perhaps there will be some regionalization, but still globalization will continue to be the major trend. As some reports and some studies show, there's already very high regionalization in the world. And this is more than expected by some modeling results. So in that sense, the room for more regionalization perhaps is limited. The second, especially in this short term, what we will observe is that there is still a huge push for companies to go for more because of high inflation and input shortages, and because of high competitive pressures, there's still need to supply the essential materials. And that is something which is pushing still the long distance trade. Kind of to cut it short, the point for policymakers should be, I think, considered as follows. There are short-term trends, and those can be managed by better supplies, inventories. But in longer term, of course, what is the most essential is whatever helps productivity and investment. And in that sense, clearly companies and the countries should focus on clearly more openness of supplies in countries where services, trade restrictions to open up to increase and boost productivity. And I think this is the most important, I think, for policymakers, specifically on China. I want to mention that actually, in contrast to what was expected, China has not been contributing largely to global and regional trade over the last year, especially because of this domestic weakness. And in that sense, I think one development that we are all looking forward is that when China opens up, and then there will be more boost of domestic demand, this will help and offset some of the weakness of global trade, which is expected in 23 from advanced economies and other emerging market economies. So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
What are the things you see in 2023?
Yes.